Hello my peeps, my name is Kat aka Kakibot, and today we are embarking on our greatest adventure yet. We are going to be traveling across Scotland looking for cryptids. Now, what is a cryptid? Cryptid is a creature or animal that, maybe has been seen, but there is no actual scientific proof of its existence. It hasn't been disproven either. I think that cryptids are a super fascinating thing to hunt after. That is why around the world there are many cryptozoologists. That's how we are called. I am now one of them because I am taking this very seriously. And yeah, I hope that you will enjoy learning more about the ones that live here in Scotland. This is going to be a big trip. We are going to the Scottish borders, we are going to Inverness, we are also going to the Scottish Highlands, and this time we also recruited an extra assistant because this is a big shoot and it involves a lot of travel and a lot of work, and yeah, this is a big one. Hope you're gonna love it. Now we're gonna go pick up our assistant Sean and let's find some cryptids. Sean, can you give me a wave? No, I can't put that on. So, the first Scottish cryptid we have decided to track down is the Linton Warm. And as you can see, we are in the Scottish borders. It's a really nice picturesque area with beautiful hills and beautiful valleys. And yeah, there's this 12th century legend going around that there used to be, or maybe still is, a huge worm, although it might or might not be an actual worm, because in Old English worm means snake. So it might be a huge snake, it might be a worm. In my head I kind of imagine it's like an Olgoy Chorcholesque, Mongolian sandworm type of situation. As I mentioned, this area is full of cute little hills. One of them is the Linton Hill where we are on right now. This was supposed to be the worm's den, and people would just lose their cattle or their siblings. The worm would come out at dusk and then slither back into the hill at dawn, and in the meantime it would just eat everything you love. According to the official legend, someone brave/stupid enough to kill the worm actually managed to get rid of it. However, we're not so sure. I mean, it's just a legend, so this worm/snake might still be here. We haven't seen any signs of it yet, but the day is young, albeit a bit wet, and we might find the worm soon. Maybe we will be the first people to ever have footage of the legendary Linton Warm. So according to the legend, the exact place where the worm comes out of the hill is the northeast side of the Linton Hill, and we tried to get as close to that point as possible, but we ran into this little cow pen, and I can deduce two different things out of that. First being, the people here clearly feel safe enough to have cows here, there's no worm, nothing is eating these beautiful cows. The second one is, maybe this is the official sacrificial Linton cows, and yeah, they're just here so the worm just comes out, eats these cows, and leaves everyone else and everything else alone and alive and happy. Which one of those options is your preference? Let me know in the comments below. In the meantime, I think I don't want to risk that it's the second one, so I think that we're gonna go and we're gonna leave our own sacrifice here. We're gonna leave a little vegetarian option for the worm, just a little millionaire's donut. Definitely not sponsored. Yeah. Here you go, worm. Pat, pat. And we should go. And so we have reached the second stop on our expedition. It is the infamous Loch Ness. It stretches all the way from Inverness to Fort Augustus, and it is Scotland's most massive lake, so not by size on the map, but by the volume of water. Super deep. It's 227 meters deep at its deepest point. And obviously, as you can imagine, we are here to spot the Nessie. Now, the first mention of Nessie was in the 6th century, but the most important one for us modern cryptozoologists is the one from the 1930s. There was a 1933 when that very iconic photograph came out and people just started flocking in to see the amazing Loch Ness monster. It was at the same year when the King Kong movie just came out, and that might have done something to this boom of interest in our local amazing cryptid. And I dare say it is the world's most popular cryptid. As a matter of fact, it is said that it makes Scotland about $40 million a year just in crypto tourism. I guess that's kind of what we're doing here now. Yes. Alrighty, let's continue our expedition. Let's continue our little drive around the lake and maybe we'll spot it. So, what is a Nessie? One of the most popular theories is that it is a plesiosaur, so a type of aquatic dinosaur that somehow managed to survive down in the deep, deep waters of Loch Ness. A bit of a sub-theory to that one is that there was a time anomaly and this dinosaur managed to move itself from the past to present, or at least to the 6th century and then to the modern 20th century, and most recently, I think last year, when it was spotted and photographed. Now, another option is that the Nessie is actually a turtle, and some academics wrote papers on how Nessie, in its description, actually really fits the description of certain turtles, some of them still alive and some of them extinct. This is because certain turtles have a very long neck and are very big and also are able to live for a long, long time with like one breath that they take above water, and then they can dive into really, really cold masses of water and live there for, you know, weeks. So maybe Nessie is one of those. So one of the reasons why I felt so compelled to come here was that I wanted to walk in the steps of one of the greatest Czechs, which is cryptozoologist Ivan Makerle. He came here in 1977 with his whole expedition trying to lure out the Nessie, and how he went about it was that he got some noises of like aquatic animals that he thought that like if Nessie was on top of the food chain, she might be into eating those animals, so you know, making those noises would attract her to him. Apart from that, he also decided to bring some scuba divers. Unfortunately, back then they didn't find anything, but you know, it's been 50 years now, 45 years-ish, and we thought we would try again. Maybe we'll be luckier than Ivan. So we have set up the lure here on the coastline, and now it's a waiting game really. We figured that we need to keep it here for like a couple of hours because otherwise we're not really giving Nessie much of a chance, are we? So yeah, the weather's not great, but we've sent John to fetch us some coffee and sandwiches, so we're hopefully not gonna die. Yeah. So it is 5 and a bit, and we've been here for a couple of hours. Yeah, we had the aquatic sounds as a lure turned on, and then kind of midway we decided to change it to like people noises. Kind of like we thought that maybe it would be like luring a shark. I don't know. We thought it was like worth a try. We didn't really have any sightings, but we did hear some weird bubbling, which might honestly just be like the sound of the lake.
What the hell was that?
Okay, we made it to the third point of our expedition. This is the Cairngorms. We are under Ben Macdui, which is Scotland's and UK's second highest peak. This is the home of the Grey Man of Ben Macdui, which is kind of like a Bigfoot sort of situation. There have been multiple sightings of both the man and also his footsteps. Also, a lot of people can hear him when up on the peak, but we hear that he's also to be seen in this area, kind of like right under it. The woods here are really thick, so I imagine that if he lives somewhere, it must be somewhere around here, right? There appears to be some rational explanations to the Grey Man of Ben Macdui, which is the Brockens phenomenon, which is kind of like when you're up there and the clouds are beneath you and the sun shines at you and you're basically like casting a shadow on the clouds or the mist, and it kind of looks like a larger version of you, and then you get spooked. But that wouldn't really explain why people are like hearing footsteps and like feeling like they're followed, surely. Unless they're just like so tired after going up to Ben Macdui, just like that they're hearing things. But I don't choose to believe that. We are here to actually find out if the Grey Man of Ben Macdui is around here with us in these beautiful, lush, dense forests with nobody else here. We're gonna go and just have a little explore. Maybe we'll meet him. So we've been here for a couple of hours. As you can see, it is nighttime now, and it's actually getting kind of spooky. I feel like my mind is kind of playing tricks on me. Like I don't have very good night vision, so seeing things is not my forte. But I'm definitely hearing some stuff, and I'm starting to feel kind of uncomfortable. And we're running out of batteries, and I think we should head home. What a Sean, we need to get Sean.
Screw Sean, we can get another Sean.
I think we should just stick to shooting in Edinburgh next time.